Ugh, love the backgrounds as well. Hey, 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 hey. Hi guys, this is Kai. I hope you guys are doing well, and yes, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a first listen to Kai's first mini album. Kai's debut has happened. It's here after 8 years. We've finally gotten a Kai solo, and as you guys may know, if you don't know, Kai is my ultimate bias. Some of you didn't know that when I mentioned in my last video. So just to give you a quick recap, I got into K-pop because of EXO. Okay, I watched YouTubers react to K-pop. I think it was the second one. This was back in 2014. I randomly stumbled upon it. I was only going to watch it because some of my favorite YouTubers at the time were in that video. Watched it. It was the one with Orange Caramel, TVXQ, and EXO's Overdose. I think TVXQ's Catch Me and Orange Caramel's I can't remember what the song is called, but it's the really famous one with the sushi, with the girls well, looking like sushi on the plate. I can't remember what the title was, but yeah, I watched those 3 videos. I was actually mesmerized by the TVXQ choreo, so I was going to watch that, but then the only name I could remember after watching it was EXO, so I typed in EXO. I went back to Overdose, which I liked. But the song that really got me was Growl, and I was obsessed. Like literally, I played Growl like over and over, like at least like 100 times that day. And then I watched the dance practice, and I watched all the variety shows, and that's how I got into K-pop. So Kai being my ultimate bias was because I noticed him as the dancer. Like even though I couldn't really see his face in the Growl video, I just remember thinking that guy with the hat, with the cap, is such a good dancer, such a great performer. And then obviously when I realized that the guy I liked in Overdose as well was Kai, and I put the 2 together, I was like, this is just fantastic. I was obsessed. Like honestly, like that dance practice for Growl, I probably like at least 1 million of those views was just mine. Like I was obsessed. So yeah, that's how Kai is my ultimate bias. I just really liked his passion for dancing, and how great he is as a performer. How you can tell how much he enjoys it, and how much he loves it, and how much effort he puts into it. And yeah, I was mesmerized from then on, and 6 years down the line I'm still mesmerized. So yeah, that was my story with getting into K-pop, EXO, Kai, all of that good stuff. And he's finally here with the solo debut. I always knew he was gonna have one, because you could tell. I mean, the guy had like 11 out of the 12 teasers that before EXO debuted. Like he was in 11 of them, and you knew he was going to be an important part from those teasers. And I knew that at some point we would get a solo from him, but I could tell that he wanted to take his time and obviously develop himself as a singer, and really hone his skills before he obviously came out with a project. And I'm glad that it's taken him this amount of time to do so, and I can't wait to listen to this album. I've heard some really good stuff. I mean, from the album sampler, I was here for it. I think it's pretty much a R&B album anyway, so you guys already know how I feel about R&B in this house. We're here for it. It's my favorite music genre, and I'm always here for a good R&B album. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And we're gonna skip because I've listened to it so many times this week, because it was the only one that I could listen to. So I've listened to it a ridiculous amount of times. I love that song. I thought it was exactly what I wanted him to bring out, like sexy, smooth, suave. I think it really suits his you know, the tone of his voice really suits the mood and atmosphere created by that song, so I really enjoy it. So shout outs to the lyricist and the producers. So lyrics were written by Jane and Junie. Junie, I believe, is the same Junie who is a Korean R&B singer, and he does some amazing work. You should check him out if you haven't checked him out. I hope it's the Junie that I'm thinking of. And he's a really good singer and songwriter as well, so you should check him out if you haven't already. Music by Keela Jacobson, Cameron J, Junie and Jane, and arrangement by Keela Jacobson and Alon. who I know has worked a lot with some SM artists. So that was so we're just gonna jump right into the B-sides, which I haven't heard. Super excited. So next song is Nothing on Me, and the lyrics are by Hwang Yubin, who has written a few lyrics here and there for some SM artists. Music by Jake Torrey, Michael Matazik, Luke Nicoli, and arrangement by Luke Nicoli. Some new names that I haven't seen before, but super excited. This is a pretty short song, actually, 2:40. Okay, let's just get into it. I think this was one of my favorites from what I heard. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, before we start, I had to bring the alcohol back. I couldn't find any wine. I usually drink wine for my first listens, but there was only cognac available, so of course I had to bring the hard stuff. Okay, but yeah, let's just get into it. This sounds very Weekend-ish. I'm liking the vocals so far. Like the way it's building up. Ooh, the vocal layering, yes. Hey! Ugh, I love me a gritty bass line. It's got a slight 80s synth-ness about it as well, which you guys know I love. This is more R&B pop. R&B-esque pop. Hey. Yes, that was nice. Ooh. Like the new vocals that just came in. Oh, that was so short. That was really good. I really enjoyed that, actually. Like I mentioned before, that gave me like massive The Weeknd vibes, like honestly. And I if you guys follow Kai, if you know about his like musical inspirations, The Weeknd is like one of his favorite artists, so I knew there was going to be a song like that, something of like, you know, that dark sort of like alternative R&B kind of pop track like The Weeknd is quite known for. And you were going to get something along those lines, especially considering how much he likes The Weeknd. I thought it was a good way to introduce the album. Dark, sexy, not as provocative as he could be, but definitely giving you a little something, which I was here for. I thought his vocals were really nice. It wasn't too crazy. He stayed in his range, which is good, because the thing is, sometimes when you are still kind of honing your vocal skills, you don't want to be doing too much where it can go off and it just doesn't sound right. I thought he did a great job just staying in the lane, you know, in a comfortable range for him, and using the vocal layering, to build up the harmonies. I thought that was really good. And he sounded great. I love Kai's voice. I really like his tone, because like I mentioned in my reaction, he's a baritone, and you don't get a lot of baritones in K-pop. There's a couple of them that you see in K-pop groups, because they usually favor tenors, and most of the male vocalists, especially the main vocalists and lead vocalists, are tenors. So it's always nice to have a baritone voice in a group, because they're so rare. But yeah, I really love his tone. I just think it has a lot of it's very warm, darker, and there's, I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a slight innocence to the voice. It's kind of like, when someone is like still kind of building up their singing skills, there's a slight innocence to it, which is, it's hilarious, because Kai, there is nothing innocent about Kai apart from when he's being Jongin and being his normal self with his niece and nephews and like just being cute. But like as Kai the performer, there is nothing innocent about him, but like his voice especially the way it sounded here had an element of innocence to it, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear how he explores his voice in this EP. But as a introduction track, apart from the title track, I thought this was a good start, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, so the next track is Amnesia, and the lyrics were written by Isuran, who again writes a lot for SM artists, especially in the last couple of years. Music by Joe Thibodeau, Bryant Thompson, Rian Ball, and arrangement by Joe Thibodeau. I think Thibodeau or Thibodeau. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so let's just get into the music. You see how low it went? Yeah, nice. Okay, you better get into your falsetto. You better. That was good. There was a part in the background where I thought it was like Baekhyun doing the background vocals, but it was still Kai. But it sounded like Baekhyun for like a few seconds there. But yeah, that was a fun track. That was a really fun track. A very sort of like flirty, catchy kind of R&B bop that just, you know, just, I don't know, you could just, you know, jam to. Really like that. I like the lyrics as well, this idea of like, you know, just seeing someone that, you know, completely mesmerizes you, and they, you know, it almost like whatever thought or whatever memory, whatever you thought was beautiful, attractive, or whatever it was before you met them, it completely vanishes. And I feel like that's the same way I felt the first time I saw Kai in action. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like I was literally like, who is this man, what is he doing, what's going on? I was just like, oh, why is he doing so much? Yeah, I like that. That was a fun bop. Not sure if I like it as much as the previous track, but it was a cute song, and definitely still going to be on the playlist. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next song, which is Reason. Lyrics by Jo Young-kyung, music by Mike Daly, Mitchell Owens, and Michael Jimenez. Arrangement by Mike Daly and Mitchell Owens. Ugh, Mike Daly and Mitchell Owens always make bops, so I'm hoping Reason is another tune that I really like. Hey. Okay. Oh. Hey. I need to stop. Top down. Excuse me, sir. You better give me a bridge. Ugh, love the backgrounds as well. Hey, 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 hey. Top down here. Hey. This is a club banger. Oh honey, we're not shy in this house. Just let me know the time and the place. Ooh. Okay, so that was Reason. That was a bop. That was a club banger. That was the twerk song that we needed. I really like that track. I really enjoyed that. Definitely, I was almost tempted to bring out my scarf, but it's too far away. I can't be bothered to move all the way down there. But I love that song. Like, again, Mike Daly Mitchell always give me those kind of bops that I need, and they did not disappoint on that. Really enjoyed this track. He was definitely more direct in this track, and definitely it's definitely building up in terms of, like, what's the word, sexiness, suave, you know, just what you expect from Kai, okay? Because the Kai persona is very direct, very suave. Here to snatch your edges, here to snatch your soul, here to take your man, your woman, your binary babes. Like, he's here to snatch your entire soul, and he's not going to, you know, apologize for it. And I love that, and I like that how yeah, this song was very flirty and kind of gave me that sort of impression as well. So yeah, really enjoyed this. And can I just say I'm really enjoying the background vocals for this album. I'm a big fan of background vocals. Like, to me, background vocals are more pleasing to me than, like, even like high notes. Like, I like high notes like everyone else, but there is something about having good background vocals, having good solid like vocal layering in the back, like just something that gives songs like depth and like weight, and it just makes the experience so much better. And I can't wait to listen to this with my earphones. Okay, so let's move on to the next track, which is Ride or Die, lyrics by Kim Yeonso, and music was by Cha-Cha Malone, our babes. Okay, AOMG, high music, all of that good stuff. You know who Cha-Cha is. You know, if you hear it's a Cha-Cha beat, you just know it's gonna be a bop. So I'm really excited for the song. Also, music was composed by Singing Beetle and Adrian McKinnon, another babe of ours. I've never come across Singing Beetle before with SM artists, so I'm excited to hear how they work in this track, and arrangement by Cha-Cha Malone again. So super excited. Let's get right into it. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Oh, backgrounds. Yes. Oh, his voice just, it's so beautiful here. Ooh, nice. Yes. Again, another sort of like futuristic 80s sort of inspired kind of track. I love that. I love the instrumentation on this track. Nice. That was good. That was really good. I really like that. It made me again, I love songs that always make me feel like I'm in just on a road trip, like you're driving, having like a night drive, and the wind's blowing, and you don't have like a specific place that you want to go. You're just going for a long drive, and kind of being reckless, kind of being wild, no destination set. Like, I love that. That's the way the song kind of made me feel, and I really like that. So yeah, it had that sort of like futuristic R&B with like heavy synths, kind of vibe about it, which I really liked. And again, I'm really enjoying his vocals on this, because personally I've always thought his voice really suited R&B because of, like, again, his tone, and you don't want to be doing too much, especially if you're not as, you know, seasoned in your singing skills, like in the way like Baekhyun is, Dio is, Chen is. You don't want to be doing all of that, because that's not the type of vocalist he is. You know, he's someone that has had to really sort of like really build up on those vocals, whereas like Chen, Dio, Baekhyun have been, you know, singing since debut. So, you know, it's different for him, and I'm liking that he's not going too far out and just kind of, you know, doing what he can with his voice in a way that works, and also, you know, trying those like little falsettos as well. Like, it, for me, that's good enough for me. Like, I wasn't expecting any type of crazy vocals on here. Like, I know what Kai can do, and I kind of want him to just build up and just slowly get there. When he gets more confident in, you know, trying out those big belts and, you know, falsettos, whatever, like, I want him to get comfortable to get there. So I'm really enjoying the fact that he's kind of staying within his range, and really kind of using his tone to kind of shine through. Oh, my mom is calling. Okay, let's pick it up. Hello? Oh, you me no. You me yesterday when you me don't pork one come but you may play because maybe lamb then maybe we'll play in short time. You bad cheeky car. What you want, bye. Sorry about that, guys. My mom called in. You know, when your mom calls, you just have to pick up. I saw one missed call and I knew she was going to keep calling if I didn't pick up. So yeah, I had to take that. And yes, I think we're actually at the last song. Can I just say, these tracks are much shorter than I was expecting. But anyways, yeah, we're at the last track, which is Hello Stranger, and the lyrics are written by Hwang Yubin, music by Rob Grimaldi, Theron Thomas, Ivory Scott, and arrangement by Rob Grimaldi. Okie dokie. I think he's actually promoting Hello Stranger. Okay. Okay, guys, my R&B loving heavy heads, doesn't the beginning of that, doesn't the melody slightly remind you of Usher's You Make Me Wanna, and recently Summer Walker's Come Through, which was based off Usher's Make Me Wanna? Like, doesn't the melody kind of like remind you of that? Like, but anyways, let's just get into it. I love that guitar in the background. Hey. I love the way he says Hello Stranger. It's really nice. Hey. Loving the melodic raps as well. That guitar in the background is doing it for me, man. Oh, I like that. Oh, beautiful, stunning. Oh, I love that. Love me a good guitar melody in the background. I really enjoyed that track. That was definitely, I think, the one that stood out to me in the album sampler film. Really enjoyed that. That was really good. I think that might actually be my favorite B-side, you know. I think so. I think that would be my, yeah, I think that there's just something about it that I just really gravitate towards, and it kind of gave me a kind of like a nostalgic vibe, and as soon as I heard it, immediately I thought of Usher's Make Me Wanna, which is a song that I absolutely love, and yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. melodic wise, not vocal wise or anything like that, or even the production, it doesn't really sound the same, but that's what it reminded me of when I first heard of it. And yeah, and I just liked his vocals, and then I loved the melodic raps that he was using as well. So yeah, that was a really good track, and I can't believe the album has ended. I feel like that this was probably the quickest first listen I've ever done, and actually from looking at the total, it's only 17 minutes. It's because like from track 2 to track 4, those are, and even track 6, those are really short songs, which is such a shame, because like some of the songs I wish they were a little bit longer. Like, you know, usually for a 6-track album, this is usually about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So yeah, oh, I wish it was a little bit longer. But as the first album from Kai, I thought he did a really good job. Like, again, I'm so proud of him. Like, I'm super proud of him. Like, you know, 8 years is a long time to, you know, to take your time to figure out what kind of artist you are. Not just in your group, but as a soloist. I'm sure he took some time to really think about that and figure out how he wanted to come out and present himself as a soloist. Kai, he's been super excited. Like, I've been watching all his Instagram lives that he was doing up to the run up to the album, and he was so excited and so giddy, and I was just so like chuffed for him, because I know that's been a dream of his for ages, to, you know, to come out and, you know, do his own thing. Kai was not a vocalist. He's not like the one you automatically pick out as a vocalist, but he's definitely been taking more of that role in the last couple of years. You know, he kind of like deviated from the rapping roles, and, you know, they kind of like made like Chanyeol and Sehun the fixed 2 rappers of the group, instead of having the 3 with Kai included. And yeah, and he took on more like sub vocalist roles, and I think him sort of like stretching himself and challenging himself in those ways led up to this point. And I'm glad that it took him that time to kind of build up his skills. Again, as a Kai stan, I'm very honest with myself. I'm not expecting Dio level kind of vocals. I'm not expecting Cheng vocals. I'm not expecting Big Ken. I wouldn't expect that from Kai. I expect Kai to just do what Kai can do, and I'm kind of more interested in Kai's trajectory as an artist. I'm not really interested in comparing him with other members of EXO. And I think as a first project, as a first solo project from him, I think he did a really fantastic job. I really did. I just wish the songs were a little bit longer, because I really enjoyed the production for this. You know, again, it was super, you know, close to what I enjoy. I knew it was going to give me the R&B that I needed, because he really enjoys R&B. And I knew he was going to be an R&B project, and he did not disappoint. I love the productions. Again, easily digestible tracks, something you can listen to over and over again. And I like that he kind of took the P.R.B. route as opposed to like your more traditional R&B route, because I think this suits his style a bit more. I feel like he can do more in terms of performance and in terms of staging, direction, and all that kind of stuff. Like I think this kind of like P.R.B. futuristic alternative R&B element, yeah, I think it just suits his character a little bit more. So I'm glad that he took that style. I'm obviously interested to see if he challenges himself with different genres in the future. Obviously he does pop in EXO, and they try out different things, so it'd be interesting to see how he develops as a soloist. But as a first project, I'm super proud of him, because he's come a long way, such a long way. Like from listening to how he sounded like in the first EXO album to now, I think it's been a good transformation and a good development for him, and I just can't wait to see what he does. I'll be really interested to see if he transforms like the way Taemin did. But then Taemin had a massive head start in comparison to Kai, so it might take him a little while to get there, especially because now he's much older. You know, Taemin was kind of like honing his skills even as he was younger, singing wise, and you have more of an advantage if you develop your singing skills when you're younger as opposed to when you're older. I think he did a fantastic job. I think it exceeded any expectations that I had, and I just hope he's having fun with the promotions. And I haven't managed to check out anything, because obviously I wanted to wait till I listen to the full album, but I'm gonna definitely check them out before I go to bed now. But I just hope he's having a fun time, and I hope that once, you know, we get a handle on COVID and we're able to, you know, properly enjoy promotions the way we did before, I just hope that he gets the full shebang. In terms of favorites, oh, I really like Hello Stranger, and I really liked Reason. Nothing on Me as well. I think those are my top 3 B-sides, but I really like the title track as well. Ooh, I mean, all of the songs were good, but I think my top 3 is definitely Hello Stranger, Reason, and then Nothing on Me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that for now. But anyways, I need to go now because I feel like I'm not gonna be making any sense in the next couple of minutes. But let me know what your favorites are. Let me know how you feel about Kai debuting as a solo. Let me know how you feel about the project, everything in general. I really wish we were able to kind of enjoy this properly the way we would have if we didn't have COVID, but hopefully, you know, but the next time, you know, he releases a comeback, maybe it might be before, we might not get in contact until he comes back from the army, whenever that is, but I'll be ready for a concert when that happens. And yeah, let me just know how you guys feel about it. By the time I release this, it's probably going to be Christmas or after Christmas, so I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday period. Merry Christmas or happy holidays, depending on when I release this. Hope you had a good holiday season, and I hope the next year, 2021, definitely brings us better news than we had in 2020. I hope that all the things we weren't able to do in 2020, we managed to do them in 2021. I hope that 2021 will just be the year of comfort, the year of challenge that we require, the year of success, and the year of healing from this year that we need. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely time with your family, your loved ones. This probably will be my last first listen for a while, because I've just recently started a coding course which is taking over my life, and that doesn't finish until June, so I'm not gonna really focus too much on the reactions this next year until I finish that course. I probably would do 1 or 2 here depending on if I've got time, but it's not gonna be like a massive priority for me then. So do bear with me. I'm probably gonna just use Twitter more to kind of, you know, talk about things that I have watched, but anyways, I'll definitely see you at some point next year. Other than that, hope you guys have a lovely holidays. I will see you at some point, and take care of yourself in the meantime. Okay, have a lovely night, have a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye bye.